Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into another video on TK's Tech Corner. Today we're going to be taking a look at these lavalier microphones from, I think I've said that right, from NEEWER. The model here is KM18. They do have other models available on their website as well. This one here is one that consists of a case which effectively recharges two transmitters and the actual receiver as well. And this is ideal for recording on the go, plugging into your phone or camera if it supports USB audio device. And the idea here is you're going to get a lot better audio quality than using your device's built-in microphones. And also some other features. So for example, if you've got two transmitters, you can have I guess if you're having some sort of an interview, you can have one on one person, one on the other, and you can record two separate soundtracks and then combine them in one recording. These boast a really long range actually, so 150 meters from the transmitter to the receiver, which is phenomenal because it means you can get really far from your equipment that is effectively capturing the audio and maybe video and still get crystal clear audio. Other features include long battery life, so I think we're talking about a 1 hour charging time, which is pretty fast. You've got 8 hours of 8 hours of actual recording time per unit, and I think you've got a total of 24 hours with the actual charging case, which means the case is going to roughly provide 2 full charges after the first charge is depleted, so effectively 3 full charges out of this thing here, right? So which is really good, really compact size here. I mean, you can slip this into your pocket, but throw that into your kit bag, it's not going to be using much space at all. I think we've got an LCD screen there. We'll see how this all works when we fire them up to show you the battery life and also the charge levels of the two I think transmitters, at least, because the receiver is going to receive charge from the device it's plugged into. Really cool features. We'll go through some of them as we test it out. So that's an instructions manual, which I'm probably going to need. I'm just going to have a look at what else is in the box quickly. I think this is, oopsie daisy. I think this is going to be some charging cables and some windshields maybe, and also a carry case. I didn't expect that. So we've got a case for the case, or case for the accessories, or case for everything. Nice felt bag there. I always like to get cases with stuff. Helps protect devices, helps protect your investment. Right, so we've got 2 windshields. These are shaped the size, I guess they're shaped similar to the transmitters. We've got I think these are magnetic keychains or something. Definitely magnetic, because you can see them snapping together there. We have, actually, you know what these are? These are magnetic clips. So you put this behind your shirt, for example, like that, and then you clip the receiver on top. Boom, there you go. We've got a charging cable, and we've got a C male to C female adapter. Maybe that's to dangle off of your phone or device. You can connect the transmitter in there. Maybe in the case that you've got a really thick case and you can't actually get the transmitter in. We've also got an iPhone OTG adapter as well. So that's a lightning adapter there. 2 lanyards. It looks like lanyards. And that's pretty much it. So let's get the box out of the way quickly. Right, so I've got everything out of the way. Let's get these open, test these out. Right, so opening the unit. That's got a really nice, I think it's got a magnetic, some sort of magnetic feature that's closing it, or some sort of a lock hinge anyway. Charging port is on the back. 2 units, as you can see the transmitter there, it really is bite size, as well as the two, the receiver as well as the 2 transmitters. They're really small in size. Now these have actually got, they've got clips on the back of them, so you see that there. They have actually got clips on the back of them. This is if you want to attach it to the lanyards that we were just looking at there, right? So you could, I think the idea of the lanyard is to put it around your neck and then have it dangling more freely, and you can probably adjust the height to have it closer or further away from your mouth, or you can just have it on one of these magnetic clips, in which case you can just clip it anywhere, and I'll demonstrate that just by maybe clipping it onto the case like that. So for example there. Underneath you can see, okay, so they've covered the charging points so that they're not getting destroyed by staying on charge in the case, but when you take this off now, they will start charging in the case. So we can just take these little blue tabs off, and then when we put them in here, they'll be charging. So let's take these off, that one and also that one. Let's put these there for now, and let's give you an example. So, well, maybe the case actually sorry, that's because these have turned slightly right, so they do actually clip into place. And now when I put it in, you can see that's come up 93%, and it's also showing the charge for that accessory there. So you can see the battery meter moving up and down, and that's showing that it's charging that transmitter. And we'd get exactly the same with the other one as well. The receiver doesn't charge in the case. Again, it doesn't need to. The receiver is going to receive power from the device which it's connected to. I'll probably connect it to my phone in a bit, and we can just test out some recording and see how it works. I might actually plug this into the computer and just record some soundtrack so you can get an idea of the actual sound quality. There's a button here on the side which does multiple things depending on the number of times you press it, I believe. And then you can see the actual microphone there at the top, so that's a large area to receive audio. And then you've got various lights on here to show what mode it's in. I like the fact that it's got a mute button on it. You can see that there. So you press that once, I think you're in mute. Really useful to have that. Let's test this out on a device. Maybe get my phone. I'm just going to quickly get this one on as well. Actually, we only need to test one really, to be honest, for now, so I'll leave that as it is. We don't need to test two microphones. These can run in stereo or mono mode, I believe, and I think that's all controlled through here as well. Then they've also got some ability to switch. So I think you can leave this connected to your device and you can actually charge it through there. So you've got pass-through charging, which is just absolutely fantastic. And there is a mode that I think allows you to actually disable this so that it doesn't try and pass through audio through a USB connected device. You can actually listen to the playback on your phone with the actual phone speakers while this is connected, so you don't have to keep connecting and disconnecting it. They've got some enhanced noise reduction. So these things here are actually indicators, and we'll see that when they light up. They show what modes they're in. If they're red, I think it shows that you're muted. Green shows that you've got you're effectively receiving audio, and I think also improves the noise reduction in a specific mode as well. So loads and loads of different features. These things are so light, they literally weigh about 14 grams a piece. You're not even going to remember that they clipped onto you, to be honest. So let's just get testing. Right, so I've connected these to my phone. I've connected this to an old Note 10 for now, just because I use this as a peripheral device. So now what I've got here is I've got it in Pro video mode. You can see the audio is set to USB. So it's picking up sound from here. I've plugged this in and you can see one of the blue lights is on. That's because one is connected, and the other one would, if the other one was connected, that blue light would also be on. Now, if I click the button once, you can see that light goes red, which means it's gone into a mute mode. And I think multiple presses of the button does various different things. Like I've pressed it twice now, and the light, pretty hard to tell because of the actual bright lights above. But that light has now gone green or white. And that's showing that it's got some sort of a noise cancelling mode on it. I pressed it again and it's gone on mute. Pressing it 4 times, I think does something as well. Omni mic, so record sound through your USB mic or headset. So you can see it's got different functions and features that can all be controlled through just one button on the transmitters, right? Now, as I'm talking, you can see see if I stop and just tap this, you'll see it's receiving audio through the microphone. So you can see the bars bouncing up and down as I tap this microphone, which shows that it definitely is receiving the sound. I can change the direction which this thing captures sound from. I can make it just from the front. Well, actually, no, sorry. This is the actual phone sound. Ignore that. When it's on USB mic mode, it's receiving audio from here. Right, so that works absolutely fine. Now what might be useful to do is if I actually plug this into my PC and add another sound source so that we can actually cut off the microphone I'm recording. For now, this is an Elgato Wave 3, just so that you know for comparison. It's about 10 centimeters from my face on a boom stand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just clip this as if it was being used to record on my t-shirt, and I'll switch to recording audio from this, and let's see how we go. Right, so now I've got the transmitter connected to my PC. I've left my mouse there, as you can see. The transmitter is connected to my PC. I've got the microphone connected on the collar of my t-shirt, and the sound, or the microphone source, is now the NEEWER microphone rather than my Elgato. So the sound that you are getting right now is coming from the NEEWER microphone. So you'll be able to hear the sound quality on this. I myself have not heard it yet because I'm in the middle of recording, and I will hear it for the first time after this video has completed recording as well. But it will be really interesting to compare this sound to the sound of my main microphone. So I'm just going to bring my mouse back here again, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch audio. So I've switched audio now. I've gone back from the NEEWER to the Elgato. So I'm just going to keep switching a few times. Now right now it's the Elgato, and then I'm going to go back to the NEEWER, and I'll tell you when I've done it. I'm now back on the NEEWER. The reason why I'm doing that is I'm trying to maintain a standard tone of talking, and you should hopefully be able to hear them changing slightly. I don't know how good or bad it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a day and night difference or not, but you'll get a really good idea of the actual quality. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch back to the Elgato so I can finish the video. Right, back to my main microphone for recording now. When I upload the video, I'll be interested in see how the sound quality is. Let's just have a quick look at these clips. So again, this is for lanyard really more than anything else. If you want to put the lanyard on, you can. This will just go like so, and then you clip it onto the lanyard and hang it over your neck. We've got a to C cable. I just want to quickly try this out. That's one charging cable for two devices. Not really, because the one charging cable is to charge the case, and the case charges your two devices, so they don't need to give more than one cable, which is really good, right? So this, it looks like it's just going to stretch over the microphone. I'm sure that's going to be a little bit fiddly. What I'm going to do is take it off of there first. So this is effectively a windshield. It almost is going to fit inside there, but there will be some space left on the back to still connect the clips. Right, so that's on. That looks really cool. So you can see the windshield is effectively covering the whole device there, and with that you can still clip on the clips there, so you can still get that onto your t-shirts or tops or whatever you want. And if you wanted to get it on the lanyard, again, you can still get that on as well. So it's not impacting the functionality of the clips and the connectors. It is blocking the USB port, but at that point you're not going to be using it, to be honest. So you can charge via USB, but you're not really going to want to charge via USB. You're going to stick this in the case and it's going to charge. And these are held in via magnets. So as I get close to that, it literally just, I don't know if you can see what happens, but it literally is just sucked in. Let me see if I can do it without dropping it. And you saw that just get sucked in. So there's magnets in there to charge the devices. That's for both of them. And then again, the transmitter doesn't need any charge whatsoever, because it's going to always be powered from the actual source that you're recording from. So on that note, I will end this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to leave a link to this product in the description below. If you've got any questions at all, please feel free to ask the questions in the comment section. I will answer them as soon as possible. If you've enjoyed the video or found it useful, please leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, please hit subscribe in the bottom right hand corner. And I will see you on the next video.